Morning, everyone. It's Sue and Scott this morning. Winner this week. Scott's going to turn the camera around on himself if I get in one of my coughing fits. But we have several things to talk to you about this morning. We have a winner. Betsy picked the winner yesterday of the Precision Turning Tool. And it was Miss Kathy Bolton, number 78. Yay for Kathy. Our new stateside charm pack is there this coming month now. So you just need to register online. Email. Give us your email and give us your birth date so that we can give you a little bit of everything. Yay! The Queen Bee. You can join us at any time. We have our 4 things that we've done up to this point. Well, 5. This is the new edition. It is a little bag. You can make a bigger bag also. So it's really cute. You learn different techniques in each one of these. We've got some new items to show you today. And this is due to Vera. We've got the quilt pattern called Patched. It is done with 1 layer cake and 2 charm packs. It's a very nice pattern. So check it out online. And then we have Janet Claire's pattern. That's a new pattern that we've brought into the store. And this is one of the new rulers to go with the new block of the month, the American Pie. We have about 3 or 4 openings still yet left, so if you're interested, you should make up your mind and do it now. So, some of the things that we're doing on sale is this week, excuse me, is this ribbon measuring tool. I want to open it up because I want to show you why you would want this one at home. I might have to get Scott to open it, but I think I can get in it. But what's nice about this one versus the other ones that we've had is this has the yardage on it so that you can measure at home how much fabric you're going to need. As I should have tore this open beforehand. But what's nice about it is it's got the yardage on it. If you can show them that, Scott, it's a nice rubbery texture. So before you come into the store, you need 10 inches all the way around your quilt. And that'll help you decide how much you need to buy. So these are on sale today for you. I had a hard time finding these with the yardage on it. So take advantage of these while we have them in stock. And then one of the other items we have on sale is the 2.5 by 12.5 ruler, because this goes with the American Pie. So I wanted to give you one chance to purchase this. Rulers are expensive, so we really like this ruler. And then, I know it's early, but we have Spellbound, which you can look on our site. Thank you, Tammy. I was able to put all the fabrics. You can see it on there if you click on this on our website, which is wonderful. Halloween's here now. You got to get things made up early. So we wanted to share it with you. That's the 25% off. Excuse me. And then charm quilts. There's 8 of them. These are made from charm packs. So this is another nice book to put in your stock. And then we brought in the 4.5 by 12.5 ruler, because this is another item that they're suggesting for the American Pie. And then we put this on sale today. This is the pre-wound bobbin thread. It's on a spool. It runs $12.99. And then we also have the pre-wound bobbins back in stock. I like the pre-wound bobbins. Some of you like to go with the spools, and I understand. But these are the things that we've promoted to be on sale today. So we wanted to show you that. And then we have our tote bag, which we're doing May the 12th, which we're excited about. They're fun. Class is $30 plus your pattern you got to purchase. Your fabric, I think, is 7/8 yards. 2/3. No, maybe it's 2/3 for 2 pieces. And then 7/8 with your vinyl and your stabilizer. Mother's Day's coming, so I hope you have us in mind. I wanted to mention to you about machine. We have a promotion going May the 5th through the 15th. But one of the things that I wanted to say this morning is we get calls from time to time, and I got a call yesterday. She was embroidering and the machine was nesting underneath. Well, the first thing that people says when they call us is, I've done all that. Well, let's just go through a checklist. You might have done all that, but I don't know what you've done. And sometimes if you back yourself up and you think about what you've done, and you let me go through the steps to tell you, because you immediately want to say, well, I had it serviced 3 months ago and, I ain't used it that much. Well, I understand that. That's not a problem. And if something's wrong that we've done, we want to make it right. But when it nests on you at home and you are doing embroidery, my advice is to take that section out only, write down the count that you're at so that you know how far you got to go back. You want to take all of that out, because if you try to pick up where you're at that time, it's going to continue to mess up. And I got a trophy in that one. Well, if you don't, it will continue to mess up. Then you'll call me again and say it didn't work. But if you don't take all of that nesting out, back up before the nesting started, and don't distort your pattern out of your hoop or your magnetic frame, because if you do, you will end up with the same end results. Now, a lot of times people take out their bobbin casing down below here. And you have to sometimes. But one rule of thumb, there's 2. You got to make sure your wheel here is turned straight up and down with the split of the machine, and with the ridge being right here. If this ridge is not right here on your machine, and you put your bobbin casing back in, you will likely punch a hole in it and destroy your bobbin casing. Now, a lot of people, if it gets stuck and it's in the down position, what customers do is they just flip it so that they have their foot up. They pull their bobbin casing out, and they get everything cleaned out, and then they just stick it back in. But if you do not have your wheel with the split of the machine or straight up and down with the ridge that's on the wheel, you will mess your bobbin casing up, and then you'll call me and say, it's making all this noise, and it was just serviced 2 weeks ago. Well, and I understand that. But you have to understand, if you don't put your bobbin casing back correctly, and it has two dots. The bobbin casing has a white dot here, and then there's a white dot on the machine that you drop the bobbin down in. And those two white dots is usually at an angle, which is about a 4 o'clock. But I wanted to explain that to you this morning with your machine, because you guys a lot of times call in a panic and you say, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried this. And I'm going, let me have a chance to get you to go through it. And at that point, I would change my needle once I'd taken my bobbin casing out. And that's why I'm talking to you about these two. The reason I'm talking to you about these two, this is a brother bobbin thread. So is this. If you buy those mass-produced threads offline, bobbin, pre-wound bobbins, you might have troubles. The thread might not cut properly. It might be too thin. I don't know. But when you call us, let us explain to you the steps we want you to do, instead of saying, I just had my machine service 2 weeks ago, a month ago, and I ain't used it that much. Well, but what you've done during the process of you using it could be something that you've done wrong. And if the machine is nesting your design, you need to take that part out, because if you don't, you will continue to have bad results. Sometimes you just slap that bobbin in there, not even thinking, and sometimes it pops out of the threading system in the base. And then it's our fault, but it's not. But I wanted to mention that it's important. And if you don't use the pre-wound bobbins from Brother or the pre-wound thread, chances are at some point you will have to bring your machine in and you'll have bad results. I've seen it happen time and time again. But, I wanted to educate you on, when you take your bobbin casing out and clean underneath, that if you don't have your wheel in the right position, excuse me, you will not have good results. And if you don't have the 4 o'clock mark with the white dot, both of them will meeting, and they're like at an angle like that in the machine. It's about a 4 o'clock. And if you don't do that, you'll punch a hole in your bobbin casing. It'll cost you anywhere from $24 to $26 plus the cost to bring it in. So we do know what happens. And if there's something that's not right after the service, you got to let us know. But if you've used it for a while and then all of a sudden you say you just got it home and you haven't used it that much, but what are you doing that's creating that problem? Because before your machine leaves our store, we make sure it's running top dog. And I went over the things, I think last week, explaining that to you. But just think about it. We're here to help you with whatever you need. And Mother's Day's coming up, and we hope that you'll buy a gift card from us. And check us out online. We have promotions every week, new ones. And our 25% off is great deals. I just wanted to give you a little something different today. We'll have a new collection to show you next week. But Kathy, you are our winner today, Miss Bolton. So yay for you. Betsy picked you. Sign up for our class, and we appreciate you watching us this morning. Get in on our American Pie. I think there's 4 spots left, and we won't add any more to that block of the month. And then our row by row. And thanks for the ones who's pre-ordered or bought our license plate. And we thank you for this morning. Scott and I, thank you.